So the Eifer laboratory has been created in collaboration with the University of Karlsruhe, and this laboratory is dedicated to go through the whole chain from the synthesis of the powders through the shaping and the manufacture of samples until the last electrochemical characterization. Here in this laboratory we are more focused on the research on the earth material of the fuel cell for the electrolysis or fuel cell technology, so meaning that we will produce electricity or hydrogen. In fact, we are really located in this laboratory at the beginning of the chain, meaning that we will start with the synthesis of the materials, the first manufacture of the cells, and the beginning of the electrochemical characterizations. So later on, these cells can be integrated in a stack or in a system, and in the fuel cell test lab, for example, they will test the low temperature fuel cells, and in the ICT Fraunhofer, so they will test the high temperature systems and stack.
So at ICT Laboratory we work mainly on high temperature applications above 800 degrees C in electrolysis and fuel cell. It's a so-called solid oxide fuel cell or electrolyzer. We test cells, stacks and modules in an environment like in a laboratory where we can precisely control, measure all kind of variables to evaluate later on the performance, lifetime and also degradation phenomena of those systems.
This is the fuel test cell lab. Here we can test single cells, we can test a stack, and we can test systems. The aim of the experiments is to evaluate the performance of the systems before sending them to the field. We can test here also high pressure equipment. This is strategic because hydrogen is a very small molecule, there is usually a lot of leakages.
The research on hydrogen and fuel cell is already really advanced, but even if the technology is now well concrete, we will still need strong feedback and to go back to the research on materials and the improvement of performance, because it will really bring up the technology to a higher level.